Cooley. How we doing now? I'm sorry about that. Are we good to go now, Cooley? I think I should be. So I'm sorry. I had that mute button pushed. Ham Radio. Thank you, Cooley. Ham Radio Basics Live, Season 2, Episode 38. Ham Radio News and Updates, 11/20/2024. Today's a very special day for me and my family. My dad would have been 102 today. He was born on this day in 1921. He also passed away on this day back in 2007, 86 years old. What a full life. What a good life he lived. Part of the greatest generation. My hero of all time. Nobody can even come close. His wisdom. I miss his nuggets of wisdom. His humor. It's just infected in me. And everybody says, boy, I wish I could talk to him. Says, you're him. You're a carbon copy of him. And I'd like to think that I have all his good qualities. So there we go. Okay, Cooley, thanks for stopping by today. Andy, hope you're here too. So actually got some good news. Okay, everybody. Excuse me. One of the biggest things I hear about ham radio is it's so expensive. I can't afford stuff. And granted, you see the 7610 come out from ICOM, and it's $6,000, but for the bang for the buck for what you get for it, it's really a very, you're getting a lot for your money with that. And we have the new Yaesu coming out probably the end of this month, which is their answer to the IC705, which I'm really kind of looking forward to, and I've kind of got my eye on that. So stay tuned for that, because I really kind of a thing for these QRP radios like the 705. So I'm real excited about. So, but anyhow, Yaesu has answered the call here, and they've answered the call in a great way, because like I said, the first thing I think I hear from a lot of people out there is, I can't afford it. It's cost too much, and I think somebody's heard you on that. Jeff, the Yaesu one, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure on that. I'm kind of hopeful, but I'm not sure. But what I'm about to share with you, I believe these are expected before the end of the month here. Okay. Now, this is a Yaesu FTM-150Rasp dual band mobile transceiver here. And I'm going to go over the spec. Has a real nice display on here. Real nice display. And you can tell all these are mobile here. And it's $419, very affordable here. Going over some of the specs, true dual band operation with two different receivers on different bands, or with the same band, V plus U, U plus U, U plus VF. Fold out matrix display is graphically visible and provides a clear and crisp view radio operation status. Front panel is detachable, and by attaching the optional swing head, flexible angle adjustment is possible to accommodate easy mobile operation. The output is 55 watts on VHF and 50 watts on UHF. Heavy duty heat sink with their front speakers furnished inside the control head. The front speaker, in combination with the main body speaker, has a total of 6 watts high quality output. Okay. Volume level of the main body enclosure is adjustable, 0 to 100% relative to the front panel speaker for user's preference here. Primary memory group, customizable function list up to 9 frequently used functions. The 62 menus can be registered and then easily select. That's a good thing for Yaesu, because if you know anything about Yaesu radios, the menu systems can be interesting. That's what I'll put to you. Okay, interesting, and that's what I've heard somebody tell that to John Kruk, and he kind of laughed on that. Okay, VFO band skip function, high resolution band scope, and it is. You take a look at that. That's a really nice display for this kind of radio. Very nice display for that. Large capacity of 1103 memory channels, memory data VFO transfer, split memory, microphone connections to either the control head or the front of the main body, subband mute function, keypad entry of operating frequencies from the supplied DTMF microphone, which is kind of a standard, but it's a good thing. micro SD memory card slot, automatic repeat shift function, timeout timer, automatic power off. The FTM-150Rasp will be available for the end of November 2024. Yeah, that is a good thing, Jeff. I like that too. I think they do a real good job with that. And I'm telling you, the price point on this is just crazy, awesome, good, and it's very affordable. And I've been looking for high and low for some. One of my big things is I want something simple when I'm driving. I don't want to have to do a lot, obviously, when I'm driving. I want to be able to pick the mic up and talk. I don't have to sit around and do any adjustments. I mean, obviously before I start off, but I want to have something that's really easy. And something like this kind of fits the bill for me. And of course, looking at the price point here, $419.95. So that's really very, very enticing. And I'm really happy to see that Yaesu's kind of answered the bell with this. Not to be outdone, Yaesu has two other ones here. We're going to take a look at those. Okay, this is the 316 RASP 65 watt FM mobile transceiver. Okay, it's for $274. Great price on this. Okay, large capacity of 220 memory channels with alphanumeric 8-character labels. Keypad entry of operating frequencies from the supplied DTMF microphone. Versatile scan features such as preferred memory scan, which is great. VFO scan, priority channel scan, dual watch, CTCSS, DCS encode, decode, separate transmit, offset frequency memories, RF squelch, EPCS, enhanced paging and code squelch operation, display illumination adjustment, automatic power off, timeout timer, busy channel lockout, 10 no weather broadcast channels with weather alert. Will be and again, the FT-316Rasp will be available for the end of November 2024. 2 meter, okay, with solid basic feature configuration and mechanical toughness. The power output is 65 watts, 30 watts, 5 watts, and its efficient cooling system with a funnel air convection conductor wind tunnel ensures stable and reliable power. New front speaker provides 5 watt of loud audio and has been tuned for improved sound quality. The optional MLS external speaker, the FT-316Rasp, supports uninterrupted communication even in a noisy environment. The Super DX function increases the receiver sensitivity and improves weak signal reception. The new ASP digital signal processing unit is also activated when the Super DX key is pressed. The ASP ensures a comfortable audio quality of weak signals and expands the communication range. This is great. If you're looking for an FM only, this is fantastic. And for that price point, wow. I mean, you can't beat it. That's a good display on there. Sounds like it has a simple menu function on there, which is great. It checks a lot of my boxes for that. I don't want an FM only kind of receiver, but this is something that if you're looking for an FM only type of transceiver, this is something to go for, especially this pricing. And again, it says here will be available for the end of November 2024. How's that? I mean, we got 10 days left, so it's going to be out there and available. So if you're wanting to get one of these, you go out to Gigaparts or DX Engineering or Ham Radio Outlet or whatever your vendor of choice is, and put your deposit down, because I think these things are going to go very fast. I mean, very, very fast. And let's take a look at the last one here. And I'll never get used to this numbering system here. This is the middle of the road one. Yaesu FT-3185Rasp, 85 watt, 144 megahertz, 2 meter FM mobile transceiver. Again, this is FM only. The new evolving Super DX and audio digital signal processor. The Super DX function increases the receiver sensitivity and improves weak signal reception. The new ASP digital signal processing unit is also activated when Super DX key is pressed, just like the other one. The Super DX with ASP ensures reliable audio quality for weak signals and expands the communication range. It has the primary memory group, which is a good thing, as Jeff's already alluded to, which is fantastic. Thank you, Jeff. Up to 9 frequently used functions from the 44 menus can be registered and easily called. That, again, that's a great thing. I'm really glad to seeing Yaesu do that, because even they know their menus are yeah over the top here. Large capacity 221 memory channels with alphanumeric 6-character labels, which is really good. Keypad entry of operating frequencies from the supplied DTMF microphone. Versatile scan features such as preferential memory scan, VFO scan, priority channel, dual scan, dual watch, CTCSS, DCS encode decode, separate transmit operant frequency memories, RF squelch, EPCS, display illuminator adjustment, automatic power off, timeout timer, busy channel lockout, 10 NOAA weather broadcast channels with weather alert USA version only. Will be available for the end of November 2024. Again, if you really want an FM only, okay, the one we just saw before that was good. This one's better. And for that kind of price, $309. Wow. I'm just amazed. I'm amazed at these prices. I'm so happy because, again, and I hate to, keep harping on this, but, the number one thing I hear and the number one comment I get is, when are they going to make some affordable radios? Well, here you go. I mean, all 3 of these are very affordable. And for me, and this is just for me, because I want the best of both worlds here. Oh, see, I'm picking the wrong one here. Let's stop sharing. And maybe if I operator error here. Okay. Yeah. This would be the one for me. The FTM-150Rasp FM dual band mobile transceiver. It's just, it ticks off all my boxes here. I think the one thing here, I really like the fact, it's high resolution, VFO band skip, memory auto grouping, which is fantastic. PMG, the primary memory group, and Jeff, you're so right. This is such a cool function on Yaesu radios. I really like that. And it has the best of both worlds, VHF, UHF, FM dual band mobile transceiver with a new evolving Super DX and audio digital signal processor. I mean, like I said, if you're interested in any one of the 3 of these, put your money down, because I mean, they'll be out in 10 days and they're going to hit the street, and because of the pricing, they're going to be gone. You will not. They'll probably be out of stock everywhere in a short matter of time. This is just fantastic, and something like this would really work well for me with my truck. I have yet to figure out where I would mount it in my truck, but something like that would be a perfect solution. And because of that primary memory group and easy programmability on that is something that ticks a lot of my boxes off. And I would be very interested in getting something like this. Now, this is why it's going to be here before the 30th, which is in 10 days. Just, you can't beat that. That's something I think is absolutely fantastic. And, it's nice to see finally manufacturers are listening to us and are getting us things that we've been asking for. And, it's just so good to see something at a price point that most people can afford, and with a great feature set. And Yaesu's really done their homework with this. They've really come a long way. I kind of wish, it's kind of funny because, I see ICOM ahead of Yaesu in some areas, and I see Yaesu ahead of ICOM in some areas. And I think one of the areas Yaesu is starting to really, they're ramping up their mobile transceivers right now. ICOM hasn't done a whole lot with that lately, and I'm hoping that they're going to do that. I mean, well, granted, they've just come out with a unbelievable, base station 7610 that is really kind of will check everybody's boxes off big time, but it's a big time price as well too. But I really like what they're doing in the mobile arena here. They're really kind of focused on that, and I like that. And I'm hoping ICOM gets back to doing some of that too. I mean, ICOM makes some good radios in this space, but some of these Yaesus really are just, they have a good price point. They're, it's easy to put these kind of radios in vehicles. They make a lot of sense. So, and the feature set, especially on that 150 RASP, that's just absolutely fantastic. And it's really kind of ticking my box right now. So we'll see. I don't know. That might be something that I might want to look forward to getting. Oh wow. Wow, Jeff. That's a pretty doggone good price. Thanks for mentioning that. That really is a good price. Wow. You know, um those are the kind of things you got to watch for. And and just don't go. And one of the things that I've tried to tell people, the big three are great. Ham Radio Outlet, Gigaparts, DX Engineering, all in their own rights. I bought from all three of them. They're all great. They're all great to do business with. I've never really had any kind of issues or problems with any of them, except some of the times I've asked a couple of them if you could ship it FedEx versus UPS, because UPS doesn't drop it off till like 9 o'clock at night where I live. We seem to be we're like the furthest away from the hub, so we're like the last ones to get everything. So if I get a preference with somebody, I always say FedEx, because FedEx, their distribution center or wherever it is, their point, it's like about 20-25 miles from me, which is fairly close. And almost always I will get something from FedEx in the morning versus UPS like 9 o'clock at night, or because a lot of times the driver gets too tired, goes back to the station, and I won't get it till the next day. So yeah, I don't want to play that game. But no, those three are great. But then R&L, I mean, thank you for bringing that up, Jeff. And then Main Trading, another some of these ones that aren't, they're not the big three, but they still do a good business. MTC, look at places like that, because they may have some deals and they may have some great prices on some rigs out there. So, but again, I can't be more excited. It's great news when new things do come out, and I'm really happy about that space. Of course, I'd like to see Yaesu do something in the HF kind of space, mobile wise. I mean, 891 it's great radio and everything, but the menu system on that, it's long in the tooth, and it fits the bill for a mobile HF radio, and it's great, and a lot of people use it. I know, like Michael Martins, he uses it out on POTA all the time. A lot of people use that at home all the time as a base station, which is absolutely fine, and you can do that with that kind of radio. You can get people talk about tuners, but if you have, if you're out there, if you have resonant antenna, you don't really have to worry about tuners for radios as well too. And that's one of the other things that I tell a lot of people. I get a lot of questions during the week via email and text and chat and things like that. And one of the questions is, about, what kind of tuner should I get for like an 891? And I said, well, what I would work on is getting your antenna resonant, because if you get a resonant antenna, you could save yourself having to spend $200 on a tuner. I mean, unless you live in an area where it's circumstances will prevent you from having a resonant antenna. So then in those instances, you need to get a tuner. LDG makes great tuners. Okay. Don't always go for like Yaesu or ICOM or things like that. LDG, those would be the first. That would be the first group that I would go to look for a tuner for a transceiver. They make spot on ones. They really do a good job. So, all right, wow. I'm just, like I said, I'm very impressed with this. They're going to be out before the end of the month, which I think is fantastic. So be looking forward to that. Like I said, I'm also looking forward to the new Yaesu that's coming out, and I think it's the FT1. MFG gone. LDG is a great tuner. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it is, Jeff. I have one back there, and it works like a champ. I mean, yeah, MFJ, yeah, yeah. I knew what you were saying, Jeff. Yeah, but LDG, yeah, I am just super impressed with them. They make a quality tuner. They really do. They really do a good job, and they're very affordable. So don't be scared. Going out there. They have a lot of different flavors. Some are easier to operate than others. I mean, some have more feature sets on them, but they all work and they all do a great job. And I think you will be pleased with LDG tuners. I could probably do, as my good friend HOA Ham Bob, is pretty much a chameleon employee. Hey Dram, thanks for stopping by today. Yeah, I could be that for LDG. In fact, when we went to a Hamcation last year, I met someone who I think he works for Gigaparts, but he represents LDG. Great guy, and I told him, and he told me a lot about the business and how it's been run and everything, and I really like that. So that's a good business to support. LDG, I really like them. Oh, you're welcome. Glad you stopped by today. We're I don't know if you've been a part of the conversation, but Yaesu's coming out with three mobile transceivers here before the end of the month, which is fantastic. I mean, that's a good space. And for those who out there who have nothing better to do than complain about things cost good. I'm glad you've been a part of that. It puts a lot to rest for people who are really, price conscious. That Yaesu's answered the call here, and they've done it in a great way with great feature sets on these radios. As I said, if I would get anyone, I would get the 150Rasp, but I'm still trying to negotiate, what it would be like in a truck and where I would mount it and all that kind of good stuff. And so I'm a little too picky about stuff like that. So, but anyhow, I'm really looking forward to that Yaesu's answer to the 705. Hopefully that's coming out before Christmas. I haven't heard anything. ICOMS came out with the 7610. That's already here, and people are buying it. So I mean, it's coming up with $6,000. Wow. Okay. One of the things somebody told me, when you get into ham radio, you're going to have a very light wallet, and that is definitely the case. Yeah, that it is a good radio, Dram. I really like it, and if I were to get something, I would definitely get something like that. I think it would fit well in my truck. Like I said, I'm too picky as far as placement and where it goes and all that kind of good stuff, and I need somebody to help me with something like that. That's not going to happen on my own. I'm not going to be able to do that. So, but back in the day, I put a CB in my dad and I put a CB in his car. So, and hooked it up. And yeah, dude, that was way back in the day. That was like about, 1977, 1978. So, but yeah, I'm kind of dating myself with that one. So, okay. Well, that's all I got for today. But I wanted to spend some time on these transceivers to let you guys know about that. This is something that I think is going to be really good. And like I said, if this is something that you want, go out there to your vendor of choice, plunk your money down, because they're going to come in and they're going to go. I'm going to tell you that these price points, it's going to be fantastic. I think it's great. And I really think it's great. They're making some things that are affordable. One of the other things I wish that, both Yaesu and ICOM would do is make some more affordable HTs. I know, they've come out with some great HTs, but, the price points, $400 kind of range. I'd like to see some in the like $200, $150, $200 range that has a pretty good feature set. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my FTD5, but yeah, something that would fit in the gap for both Yaesu and ICOM. I think they could do something along those lines. So gonna come up, and I don't know when, but we'll have a date when I'm gonna have my holiday giveaway. Got lots of stuff in the prize closet to give away, including I'm going to be giving away my Gigaparts $50 mystery box, and it has a lot of stuff, brand new stuff in there. That's going to be fun. I'm going to give away some ham radio prep classes. I'm going to give away a ham radio prep class, the full license package, and I'm also going to give away Emergency Communications 101. And believe this or not, the news of the week here. Whoa! Wow, that's a good price, Jeff. That is a good price on that. Thank you for posting that. Getting my wife on board with. I mean, she talked to James from Ham Radio Prep when we were at Hamcation last year, and I think she's starting to get the message. I want to see her get her technician, so she, in case of emergency, she can use an NHT to communicate, and I think that would be a very good thing for her. So we're making progress here, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by. As always, it's a great day to make a QSO. 7-3s, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening.